Welcome everybody to Whiskey Cinema. Today we're going to be talking about one of our favorites, Mel Brooks. Woo! Let's get this show started.
Are you ready for this?
Uh-huh. Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? Whiskey Cinema, my co-host, as always, Brandon Rich, Juggernaut, Gordon Ames. How you doing, my dude?
Doing good. How about y'all?
Fucking great. Do this.
Fucking do this. I'm
What
ready.
a good movie, by the way. Mel Brooks, I think it was you that suggested it, Jordan. And I was just like, yeah, I like Mel Brooks. And I didn't realize how much I liked Mel Brooks until I watched about his third or fourth movie. I was like, I mean, we could talk about him like once a month. Watch the same 5 movies.
So we could probably spend. It's one of those things where you could spend a whole episode on one movie. For most of his movies, Spaceballs we don't have to go and do, but you know, everything else, yes.
Oh, not a Spaceball guy, huh?
Whoa,
We'll get
spoiler
into
alert.
it. We'll get into it.
I remember being a kid and liking it so much more. You know,
That's kind of all of his movies, though. You appreciate him more as a kid.
that's well. I mean, I loved Young Frankenstein from then till now, but
That's because you have class. But in Blazing Saddles, come on, they're all sitting around a fire, farting. How dead were you as a kid?
oh, dude, 100%. Who was it?
That's probably the funniest. I thought that was comedy gold when I was a kid.
How you're like, this is the peak of comedy, sitting around a campfire farting.
Well, he said, too, that he made that scene because he's like, I've seen 100 Westerns. And they're all eating beans by a campfire. He's like, but what? Nothing comes from the beans? Beans don't work that way in the West? Pretty sure they do. He's all, I'll make up for it. All those scenes they should have had.
Yeah, right? Am I the only one that's wanted to cook beans in a can on a campfire and just open the lid and eat them from the can?
That's because I've done it, bro.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, jealous.
I'm going to do it every time I go camping. That's the only way to camp like a cowboy.
I feel like I have to now because I've always wanted to. And knowing that you've done it, I'm like, I have to. I need to have this happen.
There's only one way you need to shit yourself, and that's in the woods on a campfire.
If anybody needs a tutorial on how to open up a can with a can opener from like a Swiss Army knife, I put a tutorial up. You guys can watch it. It'll help you out a lot. Free of charge.
You can also just watch the Goofy movie. He just goes, and it just rotates it. It works just fine.
No, you can't outshine Goofy, dude.
No,
It's true.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially
When they're at
the
the possum farm in like Louisiana or something.
Lester's Possum Farm.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. Well, hey, everybody, thank you so much for joining in with us. If you guys are watching that, make sure you click on it and comment so we can see those comments. We definitely want to acknowledge you and talk to you, and we love it to answer your questions. Mel Brooks is one of our favorites, so you guys can mention a Mel Brooks movie or a quote or a fact that maybe you know that maybe we don't know, and we will bring that up.
Maybe. We'll see.
If there's time will allow.
If it's worthy.
Yeah. I've seen your comments.
If your comment can pick up Mjolnir, we'll mention it.
Whoa.
If not, I'm sorry. We're moving on.
Can't get it. Meow meow. If you could pick up meow meow.
Exactly.
I want to talk a little bit about some movies I heard that they are working on and making, just some random movie news. Raya just came out. I was talking to Brandon a little bit about it. That Disney one, it's killing it. Review-wise, I haven't seen it yet because I haven't paying the $20, but I assume it looks good.
That shit is $29.99. I was going to watch it tonight, and I was like, you know what? I don't feel like paying $30 for a movie I can see in a month and a half.
Is this a UFC pay-per-view? Do I need to get a group together? Everybody chips in to watch a Disney movie? Come on now.
Dude, like pretty much. There's the thing. It's like if you click on it, it's like it'll be available to all Disney Plus subscribers on June 4th. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just wait until June 4th.
We got some people checking in. Robert's on here saying, what's up, Robert? Amanda. Court saying, can you please be more progressive and not to use the term male Brooks? Call him person Brooks.
I hate that one made me laugh so hard. So stupid.
We are a progressive podcast, so you're absolutely right. We should. Person Brooks. Change the name of this episode. Person Brooks.
Did you say we're progressive?
Yeah, so like the auto instance.
I mean, I know what we are, and that's not what we are.
Nah, we won't. We won't make it anyways. Like we can't get sponsorships because they won't stick anyways.
We're
by the way,
humans.
Lower your standards.
I don't know how our sponsorships didn't work out.
One of the hosts literally yells at the people commenting.
What do you call them? Cheeseheads?
Cheeseheads, dipshit?
Yeah, they have to stay fresh.
Yeah, they ain't staying fresh. These cheese bags just ain't staying fresh.
Cheese bags. You're right.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
I want to get into some of this. We're going to talk about our favorite, least favorite, overrated, underrated of Mel Brooks. I want to save our favorite towards the end. You guys want to do some underrated? You guys got some underrated of Mel Brooks that you were stoked about? He's a voiceover artist. Musical sensation. But I just want to know, what is your guys' underrated right off the top? One that you think people should probably see more of, or people might not have heard it at all, that you think is really good?
Who wants to take first? Brandon, you go first on this one.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
I look like I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look up at me, Eames. Dracula Dead and Loving It. That's my underrated.
Hey, mine too, man.
I was one I didn't see. I couldn't find anything, and I couldn't rent shit.
I spent the $2.99 to rent that fuck.
Hold on. How do you change this to two people on the podcast? There's a button.
What? Hold on. Wait, no.
Yeah, I love this movie. I loved it as a kid. I thought it'd be one of those movies that I wouldn't like now because it's dumb fucking humor that I loved as a kid.
Sure.
I laughed way too hard in the shadow.
It is, for me, a Halloween movie. I've got everybody has their traditions, right, what they want to watch. I started this one 2 or 3 years ago. I watch it all the time. And, that was my favorite movie, and you should have seen it. Did that work? Oh, wrong way.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I think both of you need to be at the bottom so I can just look down on you fucks.
Just switch it.
Yeah, I'm with you, though. Dracula Dead and Loving It is such a goofy, dumb, airplane-like movie that...
I'll do it, Danny. Give me an elevator pitch. What's this movie about?
Oh, so it's Mel Brooks. He made a vampire movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Fucking, I'm like that cow at the rodeo, dude. You just fucking tied me up.
It's Mel Brooks, Leslie Mann.
Leslie Nelson.
Leslie Nelson.
Leslie Mann. I did say man. Huh? Leslie Nielsen. Funny, I wrote Nelson on my page because I knew I'd do it. Leslie Mann's a woman.
Yeah, I know. Don't you hate her as an actress?
Knocked up.
No, I'm not Danny.
She could definitely marry well.
Is it you?
Oh god,
it's Danny. He hates every actress.
But we're progressive.
Tough, harsh.
That's why he always refers to him as Mel Brooks. So I get it, dude. It's fine. Chill.
We're gonna talk about Mel Gibson next time too.
Dude, I love Leslie Nielsen, so I feel like I didn't know he was in it. I didn't know
he plays Dracula. He's dead and loving it.
Dude, if you haven't seen it, you should. Wait till Halloween, get in kind of the fun, spooky mood. Watch some real horror movies, and then watch Wrong Side.
I feel like your time to watch it was now. You were in the mood. You were watching Mel Brooks movies.
It's. I'm telling you, it's funny. The part where he hypnotizes the waitress.
You right.
No, that
part kills me. It shouldn't. I know it's coming. I know it makes me laugh. I expect it. But when he walks up to her, he hypnotizes her, and he says, "You will announce me and say that there's a person waiting for him in the lobby." She goes, "All right," and she walks in there and forgets and he goes, "You will remember nothing," and walks past. As she walks past, she opens the curtains but can't remember anything because she hypnotized him and shuts it. He's like, "Why did you give the message?" What message? I don't know what it is. It's so fucking funny. It's dumb humor, like Mel Brooks at his finest.
Oh, yeah.
And just screams at her. He goes and talks, "I'll do it myself." And he walks in there. And then 20 seconds later, she comes in. "There's a message for you in the lobby." And his face is just
I love Dracula. His shadow is his own thing. He goes to to bite the guest, and Dracula has to tell him no, and then Dracula falls down the stairs, and a couple minutes later you see Dracula walk off, and the camera just stays there, and then you see a shadow get up holding his back. And I think I was in tears at that part at 30 years old, because I'm mature.
Well, that's so early on in the movie. Like, it lets you know right away.
That is so damn funny.
Renfield, where he has like the two temptresses walk in, the female vampires, and they float in and they start ravaging. He's like, no, 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 yes, yes.
And then they float out, and Dracula tells them to knock it off.
Yeah,
So
they're floating out.
And walk out.
They walk out.
Yeah, they skull out after he yells at him for floating. So fucking funny.
Yeah, Dracula Dead and Loving is my underrated, because it might be my top 3 Mel Brooks movies.
It's so good. I mean, he only has like 6 movies, which I think is my greatest problem with them. I'm like, why'd you stop?
Yeah. In the words of Nicolas Cage, that's high praise.
High praise.
High praise.
Well, he didn't want to go the Nicolas Cage route, just sit there and do a movie every week.
Oh God.
Yeah, who wants to do that? And who wants to Cage in a movie every week? Nobody.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I love the underrated. I don't think, Jordan, did we get to your underrated?
No, we only have mine so far.
Well,
you know what? We'll move on. Right, you are.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
he agreed with you, and
I didn't know if you agreed because that was his or.
Oh,
yeah, that was mine. No, that's my underrated as well.
Okay, I just figured.
Yeah, I figured too.
Mine I think people have seen, but I feel like when we're talking, like people talk about Mel Brooks, I think to me it would seem when people I've talked to, it gets overshadowed. It's Men in Tights.
Okay.
I'm super not mad at that answer. I love Men in Tights.
I kind of figured that'd be one of your guys'. You got like 2, and that's Men in Tights and Dracula to me.
It's one of those ones that I love. It was in the running for my favorite. Okay, get out. It was in the running for my favorite. And
is that our new host? Get the fuck out of here. He's probably seen Dracula.
What's going on out there? Hey, man.
We're like, hey, you ain't seen Dracula, Dad? Get the fuck out of here. This is my show now.
You want me to handle this? Let me just reach down here. I forgot these are the kind of gags that for some reason kill Jordan. Yours are bad puns. Brandon loves terrible puns. And Jordan loves
a terrible pun.
Physical gags. He loves gags like that. God. I don't know why.
I'm just like, his kid had a grudge. It's like, my dad ain't never seen that movie. Get the fuck out of that chair. I'm taking over that part.
That's right.
It's like that guy that was in England and was having a video call with like some news network, and his kid just walks in. He sees his wife slide in and try and pull the kid out. My son just walked in here and he shushed the dog out and then slammed the door like he's going to come join the fucking podcast.
Oh, yeah. I sent a text. I'm like, hey, man, your dad's drowning in here. Can you come bail him out?
Could have been. And then my wife was like, oh my God. And she's like trying to like grab him by being silent. Dude, I was fucking dying. I couldn't.
So funny.
So Men in Tights.
Let's get into it. I don't know as many facts about Dracula Dead and Loving It. I love the cast. A lot of the same guys from Wings and all this different stuff. The same girl who Brandon knows, the redhead, the same one from Robin Hood Men in Tights, is in Dracula Dead and Loving It.
Yeah, that's Amy Yasbeck.
That's it. And
with their Everlast chastity belt.
Oh, yeah.
So funny.
It's like an Everlast.
I know, look, we got Court checking in. Dave Chappelle's, he's his best movie, which, I mean, I'd say it's my favorite movie that he's in. I don't know if it's his best role he's done, but
we talk about Con Air, like
I forgot he played pinball.
Terrible.
By the way, I was going through my DVDs of ones I was going to keep and which ones I was going to give away, and I was like, I have to keep Con Air now. It's like a curse. It's like the Brady Bunch.
$2 used.
I have to keep it. I have to. I can't get rid of it.
Dude, you can get rid of it. Trust me. You have
a birthday present to you. I was on a budget, but I got you the best present.
Dude, so was that movie on a budget?
So funny.
They had Nicolas Cage. Obviously, they're on a budget.
That's true.
They don't do anything for a penny on the dollar.
This guy works for Packing Peanuts. We can get him. He's like,
a lot of deaths to dangerous people, I'm thinking.
I just like the feel of him, just touching packing peanuts.
Who is your guys' favorite character in Robin Hood Men in Tights? They have a lot of great actors. Cary Elwes, who is he's not far away. I couldn't even think of the word. Far away from doing the fencing and battling like he did in A Princess Bride. Plays a Robin Hood. Awesome character. Does a good straight man, but also has a lot of cool, funny jokes in it. But there's Blinken's in it. You've got
Blinken. That was my answer. I fucking love the character Blinken.
Yeah, that one's mine too.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
when the castle gets repoed and he's like sitting on the toilet or whatever, and the whole castle just gets moved. Or when he's like, did he say, hey, Blinken or Abe Lincoln? Like stupid jokes like that killed me. Still to this day, I'll watch that.
There's the part I noticed in that movie. Robin Hood wraps his arm around his shoulders, and Lincoln looks the way his hand touches. And I was like, that's funny. That's a joke that slipped past me every time I've seen that.
I've never noticed.
I'm like, God damn it.
That's too funny.
Did you say Abe Lincoln? No, man. I said, hey, Blinken.
He said, hey,
They have the blind guy as a lookout.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. So good.
I'm guessing.
Love it.
I'm
like
guessing nothing's there. So funny. What a dumb joke.
Little John, who is afraid of the water, and it's that tiny little brook that maybe has like 2 inches of water, and he lays in it and he's like, oh my God, I'm drowning. He's like, I can't swim. I can't swim. And he's just like, are we seeing the same thing here? What's going on?
That actor's name is Eric Allen Kramer, and he's been in a couple He's kind of been like slowly on my radar because I like him, and I see him, so I'm like, hey, he played in American Pie Wedding. He was the guy who designed wedding dresses. They had the dance off with Sean William Scott. They offered that role to Hulk Hogan in Robin Hood Men in Tights, and he turned it down because he wanted $2 million.
Hey, man.
People are expensive.
I was going to say, dude, the Hulkster. Those 24-inch
we don't get no role.
Those 24-inch pythons don't pay for themselves, okay?
That is.
I also go with them roids.
Well, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So you don't be the most overrated piece of shit of all time.
You don't just scoop slam the Andre the Giant one week and then go work for Chump Change the next. No.
I guess not.
Okay. Also, the worst finish in all of wrestling. The scoop slam and the leg drop. I'm like, really?
Well, any Hulk Hogan win was the worst finish in wrestling. So
I'm thinking that Chris Benoit had the best finish in wrestling.
I'm like,
once he finished you were finished.
Who?
Chris Benoit.
He technically only has 3 victories.
Those are flawless victories, though.
You really got down to him.
He chose his opponents wisely. I love Robin Men in Tights. Even the sheriff, for me, when he constantly says things backwards, were hilarious to me. Help them get me. No. Get them. Help me. Oh, all right. And then I'll follow him. I love the sheriff. Patrick Stewart that came back as King Richard too is like a nice. I think he showed up just for the lulz. I don't think he was paid. I think he got like a Chris Pie 5 to show up. He's like, I love Mel Brooks. Of course I'll come in. They offered that role to Sean Connery and he turned it down. And then showing how awesome our dude is, he just shows up. He's like, fuck that, I'll go. I love to do that.
It's my captain. Okay,
that's right. He's all about
goddamn right. Fuck Shatner. He murdered his wife. He also has a flawless victory.
A lot of murder jokes tonight. I love it.
You were almost out of it. I thought I could get there. I might have fucked up. I might have went too far too early. But myself.
Now we have to set the bar. You set the bar. Everybody's going to keep trying to match it.
Shatner's 1-0 in his wrestling match.
No ding ding without the wedding ring. There's so many quotes in that goddamn movie. And musicals, as Mel Brooks is known for. A lot of musicals. the hills are alive, and he has like the sword silhouette shadow, which I think Austin Powers did after, where it looks like it's hard on, everyone's applauding. I think he's the king of the dumb jokes. I would have to say, breaking the fourth wall, lending your ears.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, his jokes, they ain't highbrow, but you'll fucking laugh.
Yeah, they're not. It's not fucking grade A comedy, but god damn it, is it funny?
So funny.
He's guilty pleasure. Like this dude's movies are guilty pleasure.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
There was they were trying to get Kevin Costner to do it because he just done the other one, but they didn't take him. I know you're not a big fan of Kevin Costner. Okay, I know you're not. Right? Jesus.
I had to see which way my head turned first.
I did the same thing. You see my eyes.
When someone says,
like, what?
When someone makes you think that you could be a good Robin Hood, he goes, because like other Robin Hoods, I have an authentic British accent. That joke didn't hit everywhere in different movie theaters, so they had different lines that they would do for different countries. And one was, or like two was just to slam at Kevin Costner. Like, because I actually have a round developed ass. I'm like Kevin Costner. I was like, damn, going hard in the paint. That was like Germany and a lot of Eastern countries. So funny.
He deserves it.
He does. That dude's a shitty actor.
Yeah, terrible. I agree.
Fuck him. I don't even care. I won't ever watch a movie of his.
Yeah.
Which I was.
We're doing Costner. I'm very excited.
What?
Oh, yeah, there you go. Robert's saying, wasn't Sean Connery King Richard and Robin Prince of Thieves? I can't remember. Maybe. I remember he was one in another one.
Costner movie?
Yeah, I didn't see it. They're like, Kevin Costner. I'm like, not for me.
Kevin Costner is Robin Hood. Not my Robin Hood.
Hashtag not my Robin Hood.
Mine's Fox. So I don't know what's going on.
Dude, was it you guys I had this discussion? Were you I had this discussion with about who was the perfect archer? It was during the Legolas thing, and I brought up fucking the Fox Robin Hood, man.
That's right.
He's the greatest archer in the history of cinema. Yeah. Hawkeye that shit. Yeah, right? He's got ones that like heat seek, man.
That do all the work for him. He just shoots it randomly in the air. Like
but
it'll hit. And then it doesn't for him. It's worthless.
But can Legolas look at the script and go, hold on, I've got another shot. I lost?
I'm not supposed to lose.
So give me the script. It's like, wait, I get another shot.
It's the best. It's one of the best fourth wall breaks ever.
Mel Brooks is known for it. I don't know if you could find a movie that he's physically in that you won't see a fourth wall break.
Well, he's in a lot of his movies, if not all of them.
I was going to say, if not all of them, it's 98% of them.
When we get to our favorites, I'll talk more about that.
We'll see if we want to.
Let's get to some overrated, guys. We said our underrateds. We had some Robin Hood Men in Tights. We had some Dracula Dead and Loving It. Obviously, ones we really like. What are some overrated ones that maybe not terrible, but people just think they're better than they actually are?
I'll go.
Oh, okay. All right.
Spaceballs.
Okay. I don't disagree. I thought about putting it.
Tough.
I just had to go a little more controversial, but I like it. Spaceballs. Everybody loves Spaceballs.
Because everybody is like, Spaceballs is so funny. And I watched about 30, 40 minutes of it yesterday. And I was just like, nope. Didn't hit the same.
Damn.
It doesn't hit. I mean, you got good actors in there. Like good John Candy is in that movie. I expect better. I love John Candy.
Bartholomew?
I agree. As Bartholomew. Fucking, as a kid, I was like, Jabba the Hutt, Pizza the Hut, hilarious. As an adult, I'm like, that's fucking disgusting. I don't want to watch this anymore. Yeah, Amanda was saying
himself in a limo and ate himself to death.
Yeah, Amanda didn't want to watch it because apparently her dad watched it all the time. And I was like, well, thank God I wasn't put through that torture.
What a smart man.
Because
my dad played Dracula Dead and Loving It all the time, and here I am watching the shit out of that movie still.
For the 3 years he was there.
He was there for at least 2.
Got him in your face.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
What they tell me. I was too young to remember.
Brandon, I can't do it. I want to do no more fucking sight gags. I was trying to do the high five where it looks like it's his hand, and then I did it, but I don't got the. So you don't like Spaceballs? Spaceballs overrated, huh?
Put your hand where mine should be.
I knew I shouldn't have done this. I knew I was in trouble.
Look at my hand, guys. I'm in Brandon's screen. Oh, we're terrible. We're idiots.
Mistake I made. I regret it instantly. I love Spaceballs. Rick Moranis to me is, like John Candy. I'm just surprised. Everything that they're in, I can watch. I'm a big fan of it. Lord Helmet is such a dumb gag. Mr. Coffee instead of Mr. Radar. There's so many like easy sight gags that I think are so funny.
He lost the creeps and the sleeps. We've been jammed. He's like, there's only one person who'd use strawberry jam against me. Lone Star.
Then the camera like zooms in too far and hits his face.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like it is dumb comedy. You definitely have to be in that kind of mood. But I have seen Spaceballs like 29 times, and I could watch it again. I really like Spaceballs. It is.
I don't hate it. If it's on, I'll watch it. If someone's like, "Hey, you want to watch a dumb comedy?" I ain't picking Spaceballs.
Yeah,
I'm picking other Mel Brooks movies first.
100%. I say I did laugh my ass off still to this day when they hit ludicrous speed, and he's sitting there, he's got his legs up, and he's like, just do it. And he puts the brakes on, and he just fucking cruises right into the thing, and his helmet's all jacked up.
We're going too fast, sir. We have to slow down first. My brains are going into my feet. Stop this thing. It's so funny.
Terrible. They just went plaid. They just go plaid?
Oh, yeah. They get past. What? So funny.
Terrible.
No, I liked it. I thought it was fun, but I could definitely see if the jokes don't hit when you get older. A lot of these kind of sight gags, you're like, I don't know. But combing the desert, and then you have the black stormtrooper with the afro pick. I mean, there's some stuff that's like fucking really funny when you're a kid. And then you get older and you're like, that is funny. But I remember laughing at this way harder when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm. That's what it was for me. 90% of that movie, I was just like, I just remember this being so much funnier. And now I'm just like, I can't do it. I couldn't do it. I got about, like I said, 45 minutes through and I shut it off. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
I don't blame you. I ain't mad.
Like, I did love I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. That still makes me laugh. When they pull it out, he's like, I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. Hilarious.
My buddy I hung out with last night. Jesus, maybe. His name's Joe Schwartz. And I was like, you have the most amazing name I've ever heard, sir. And I am in your debt forever.
Did you ask him if he learned it from yogurt?
No, please. Yogurt the wise. Yogurt the all-powerful. Please. I'm just regular old plain yogurt.
He's like, merchandise. The door opens. You see all the Spaceballs merchandise.
Ironically, he said Spaceballs the flamethrower, and Elon has a flamethrower. So you thought he was crazy. Apparently, he's ahead of his time.
Yeah. The dude loves Spaceballs. Didn't you read the comment? Fucking read the comment.
If anything, he just saw all that and was like, I'll make this happen. I will.
He is. Spaceballs. That's what he's doing. He wants to go to space so bad so he can make Spaceballs real life.
He's going to be Lord Dark Helmet. That's what's going to happen.
He probably is.
I did laugh right at the beginning when he gets beamed into the other room and his fucking body's backwards.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'll walk this time. Just walks out one door and he's there. I was like, fucking stupid. You're thinking he's on the planet getting beamed up and he just walks out a door. I was like, this is so stupid.
He plays the quintessential elected leader. When the person's like, what? No, the air is fine. No, plenty of air. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's just a rumor. He puts it down, opens up a can. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's just about gone there. I was like, yep, that's about right.
So that's the future.
Wildfires. Where?
The home of the druids, and they just make druid jokes. She didn't look druid.
It's
Drewish.
Drewish.
Doesn't look Drewish. They make terrible jokes. I'm like, get out of here.
There are dumb jokes. Prince Valium, so he's just tired the whole time. I'm like, I feel like you took 3 minutes to make this and had to go buy 90 sets of eyeballs before you do work or not.
The opening where you get the Star Wars opening with the ship.
Yeah.
It just fucking keeps going. I was dying, bro. And
I'm telling you, it's a good one. It's a good one.
It was-
This is overrated, and yet you're selling me on.
That's
No.
right.
Hey, you're overrated.
That's what I said. I said 3 jokes, and it was all downhill from there. The first part, you get one in the middle, and then I was just like, I can't do it. But those 2-3 parts made me laugh, I'll admit.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I just couldn't do it anymore.
It's like a living cartoon. When he tries to buckle the gorilla's hands into a seatbelt when he's using the escape pod, I mean, there's a lot of jokes like that where you're like, I mean, that one didn't hit for me, but you hit me with the last 6, so I'll forgive this one and then move on.
Mm-hmm.
Planet of the Apes, Spaceballs. It was like, are those Spaceballs? Ah, fuck. Well, there goes the planet. Like, just such really silly jokes. But I'm with you. It's a great movie.
But his movies are just full of them. So he's got like 80 more chances in the next scene just to make you laugh.
It's true.
That's what I like to hear.
It's true.
Brandon, what is your? Because we're zipping. This podcast is rolling through, guys. Thanks everybody for commenting and checking out our stuff. We're getting a lot of comments and likes and shares, and you guys are dope, and we appreciate you. Brandon, what is your overrated?
All right, I went overrated because it's considered his best movie of all time.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's Blazing Saddles.
Man, you know what?
And it's not overrated because I hate the movie. It's overrated to me because I just don't think it's his best.
How about we do
That's
this?
it. I love the movie.
I'm going to leave this on a cliffhanger. I'm going to give a little plug to our guys over at Buzz. And in the meantime, we'll let that sit when we get back. Brandon's going to let us know why Blazing Saddles, in his words, and I quote, is worse than Orphan Turds.
Oh,
so
shit.
We'll be right back.
Get the Lambo car, house in the hills with the stars. Told you I'd raise the bar, told you that I go far. Oh, baby, it's crystal clear. I'm not a souvenir. I'm not an accessory. I'm a necessity. So come and check me out now. I'm a necessity. So come and check me out now.
Maybe we're stuck there. Hey, everybody.
What do you say?
Whiskey Cinema. Brandon, let us know what are you feeling about Blazing Saddles? You think it's overrated? Doesn't mean you hate it, but you do think it is overrated.
Yeah, it's just not his best to me. Even on the description on Amazon Prime, it says considered his best movie. I'm like, ooh.
Wow.
I mean, to me, nah, not top 3 for sure. These. But that's why I put it there. I thought about putting Spaceballs too, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to go with Blazing Saddles. I don't think it's his best.
Do you like So you like Blazing Saddles, but
I really like it.
About it?
Yeah, I really like it. And if someone says, you guys go, it's your favorite Mel Brooks movie, I'm like, yeah, that's fine. To me, it's not. That's the only reason it made it number 2.
I'll agree with you. I don't think it's his best either.
Right.
I wouldn't. I mean, overrated. I get the argument, but I'm like, that's just overrated. Such a broad statement that I'm like, it makes it seem like you hate the movie and everybody else loves it. But
I know. People always get mad at me when I put something there at overrated. They're like, it's just fucking overrated. It's a great movie. I didn't say it was a bad movie.
yeah, I'm just saying it's not as good as everyone says it is. But
it's hard to pick his. For me, picking a least favorite was tough. Overrated is funner and easier. But yeah, I get why you say Blazing Saddles. I love Blazing Saddles. I've seen it maybe 30, 40 times. It's just one of those times where you own like 20 movies, and that's one of them. Cleavon Little, who plays the sheriff, is fantastic in it, a role they wanted Richard Pryor to do, but he was uninsurable by the studios because he was doing, in his words, a kitchen table amount of drugs at a time, and couldn't hire him. He was just unhireable. Mel Brooks fought for him a lot and couldn't get him. But I thought Cleavon Little did a really good job. I thought he was funny. And him with Gene Wilder, who I was saving my shot. I was hoping you guys mentioned him, but my rum punch is pretty good.
Well, that's because we haven't gotten to our best yet, and Gene Wilder's in all the best Mel Brooks.
You know.
100%. You're absolutely right.
But for me, just amazing. He plays the Waco kid in that, whose hands are too quick, and he catches the bullet. He's an alcoholic. Black Bart, who's the name of the sheriff who comes in. The town's all racist. I mean, you couldn't make this movie today, folks. There ain't no way.
Fuck no. You couldn't make that scene in Spaceballs
What do you mean?
where the black guy has a pick going through. That's cancel culture.
Shit.
That's what I'm saying. We ain't found shit.
I love it. The line, "Where all the white women at?" Like, as like an awesome joke. Is to like distract the Ku Klux Klan so they can grab their stuff, like grab their clothes so they can go into like the huge line. They make the toll booth scene. Fuck! Anybody got any nickels? And they're just distracted.
God, that one made me laugh. It was so dumb.
How about
they go into town? It's just cardboard cutouts.
Yeah.
Like they're just in
there. It was written by, I think his name is Richard Titch. Who's a dentist. He wrote Fletch, which I know is one of your favorites, Brandon.
I do.
He wrote it more as a serious movie that they were going to have Alan Arkin star in with James Earl Jones. And then the script got to Mel Brooks, because Mel Brooks was like, I like the idea, but I got my own little sting I'm going to put on this. My own little sound.
Right.
And when he was making it, he's like, oh my God, we're making a Western. Nobody watches Westerns anymore. He's like, well, I guess it just means that if we fail, it's fine. So let's do whatever the fuck we want, which he did. I mean, it was really like, you know, let's go in there and rape all the cattle and steal all the women. Funny. That movie's so stupid and funny.
It is. It is a good movie, but it's just, to me, not his best. That's why it's my over.
That's fair.
I decided to put something new. Is all. I could have gone as my worst, as my overrated, because fuck my worst movie. It's my worst for a reason.
Oh, yikes! Nervous.
But I decided to go with that one because I just don't think it's as good as my best.
It's fair. I mean,
or even underrated, to be honest.
I think we share the same best.
Oh, I think so does.
I think you're right. It's not nearly as good as the best movie that he's ever done.
Damn right.
I don't have any like more random fun facts. They asked John Wayne to be in Blazing Saddles to be the main lead of it, which I'm glad they kept Gene Wilder. I'm a gigantic Gene Wilder fan. But having John Wayne in that role would have been amazing. You know what I mean? Like that would be like having a great dramatic actor who's only known as like a kick-ass action star be in the next. I mean, like
except when he finds out that kid can't swim. Just throws that little motherfucker in the pool. Oh, you can't swim? Okay.
I mean, like, he was not PG. He was not politically correct.
John Wayne, that kid just died, and you're a murderer. So,
you know, or is he just doing the Lord's work?
What, baptizing kids against
Damn
the Lord?
right. He can't swim personally, so he has to just toss him in and let Jesus save him.
Maybe he let Jesus take the reins.
That's right. If you're worthy, Jesus will take you out of that water.
John Wayne, 1-0.
Guess he wasn't worthy.
Cord mentions here the chess scene in Blazing Saddles. That's where he shows how quick his hands are. He's like, of course. I don't know what he is. He has such a calm about him, Gene Wilder, and he's just like, these hands are rock steady. Just
he holds one hand up and he's like, this is my shooting hand.
Oh, it's so funny. I don't know. I love a lot of it. Candygram from Mongo, like we said, living cartoon. Literally, Bugs Bunny brings in a bomb for Elmer Fudd. Like it's very Candygram from Mongo. Candygram from Mongo. So funny. And Mongo punches and knocks out a horse. You'll never see that in another scene. You'll never see that in any other movie. That was crazy.
No, you won't.
Don't shoot Mongo. That'll just make him angry.
All right. What is your overrated, Danny?
My overrated is one that I think fits it perfectly for me, which is the producers. This movie brought Mel Brooks to fame. It was the one he wrote. It got turned into a play that lasted like 22 years. A lot of good actors in this. Gene Wilder's first movie, but I don't know if the time has changed too much, but it's so slow. And I mean, if you haven't seen it, watch it, but it's so slow. I was expecting more. I was expecting this.
If you haven't seen it, don't watch it.
Oh yeah, it's rough. It's rough.
Don't. It's just jokes about fucking old women, but they're not funny. I love a good old woman fucker.
Absolutely. Yes Man had it. You had it in Grandma's Boy. I mean, they're pretty funny scenes for sure.
But that movie did not land with a good old woman fucker.
Well, it just went on for too long, like the pacing did. It was like, ooh, he's running around this table with this old woman, but like for 40 seconds? Like, you're like, Jesus, okay, we get it. You don't have to do
Like,
four more
we've all had sex with some dusty vaginas. All right?
Yeah.
You're right, buddy.
Nothing to be ashamed of, but he's ashamed the whole time. Gene Wilder isn't as funny in this movie either to me.
No, he plays a straight man in this one. I don't think he does more reactions than any jokes the whole time.
Because he's a little over the top when he tries to be funny.
Yeah.
Not all his jokes miss, but most of this movie is a total wash for me.
Leo Bloom, where he plays the insecure kind of anxiety guys. I need my blanket. I mean, that scene is really strong. I think if any awards should have been given out, it was just for that like 20 seconds where he's freaking out. But yeah, I don't know. It's just that's why it's my overrated. You want to say they say it's his best? They will bring up the producers anytime they talk about Mel Brooks. I'm like, I mean, you got to, but I don't.
Nah, you ain't got to.
I don't.
I
care.
personally didn't even know this was a Mel Brooks movie.
Yeah.
He wrote it. It started his career. Is this movie? He made it into a play. It ran on Broadway for like 40 years.
I knew about
It's
the
free
play.
on HBO Max if you want to go get depressed about wasting your life.
High praise.
High praise. I knew about the play and then the movie that came out in like the late.
With Matthew Broderick?
Yeah, with Matthew Broderick and Nathan Lane.
Yeah.
I looked that one for a reason.
The Hale Center Theater here in Utah, in Salt Lake. I saw their version of The Producers with my sister. She got me into it.
Sounds like
I had no fucking idea till when you guys kept bringing up the producers. I was like, we're talking about the same producers? I had no fucking clue that was a Mel Brooks thing.
Yeah. Like I said, Gene Wilder, Mel Brooks always make gold, but I was wrong. They made some dog shit here.
They usually always make gold.
They usually make nothing but gold, and that's why it's my worst movie.
Sometimes it's full of gold.
It's like kind of like wintertime, you know, and then sometimes you gotta wait for it to heat up outside, and then it turns to springtime for Hitler in Germany.
See, you could be in this movie.
I would please. Let's do another remake of this one. Just make more stuff, Mel. I'll be in whatever you want. Do a spoof of X-Men. I'll do it today. Okay.
If you wanted me in this movie, I'd still be in it.
I was gonna say it could be the producer's remake. I'd be in it.
The producers remake.
Yeah, but like from Mel Brooks, and you just redo the whole thing the way it was.
Yeah, I'll be singing Hitler. I don't care. I'm gonna get paid, and I'm gonna be with Mel Brooks.
Yeah, but like, hey, works with me. I'd work for Packing Peanuts. I'd work
on that Nicolas Cage salary. Just keep me in your movie.
I just need to be in another movie. Just be crazy.
Yeah, that's my overrated. It's close. I put it as my least favorite as well, just because I was disappointed by it. Not that it's bad; it might have aged with time or whatever. But I was just like, this is the one that everybody talks about.
I'm like, kiss Mel Brooks' ass.
Yeah,
he ain't listening yet.
No,
it's true.
It's a bad movie, Mel. If you is listening, though,
it's a bad movie. Tell you that right now.
Does a move like Apatow does. I'm trying to think of the comedian Adam Sandler does, where he likes an actor in it. He puts him in a lot of his movies. Tarantino does this. Kenneth Harris, who plays the Nazi in it, who writes the play, is the same inspector from Young Frankenstein. Just much like he used Amy Yazbek as Maid Marian, She was also as the love interest in Dracula Dead and Loving It. If he likes you as an actor, it's like your buddies. Now he's putting you in stuff. Gene Wilder.
Stinger in Blazing Saddles is also in Young Frankenstein as well.
Yes.
I can't remember her name off the top of my head. She's not a redhead, so she makes love.
You're right. She plays the saloon girl, and then she also plays like the Bride of Frankenstein one that likes the big von Strucker.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it.
When she just hits her opera notes every time they have sex.
Well, I was gonna say that. Speaking of that, we can jump right into our favorites, guys. I mean, unless we're missing one.
I think we all agree.
What was your
let's get into.
I want to favorite. It's fucking the producers.
Mine is as well.
The way you were hating on it, but you didn't say, so I just wanted.
Yeah, I said it was my worst.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah,
probably what was talking. You said
Madeline Kahn is her name. Is the name of the saloon girl, and also in Young Frankenstein.
Gotcha.
What's your worst, James?
Mine was Spaceballs.
Oh, that's right.
It's your worst?
Yeah, just because it didn't hit. It would have been the producers, I guess, if I'd have known. But
okay. I mean, if you narrow down to not as many movies, I get it. But I
didn't know. And like I said, I based it my worst off of the fact that I watched it recently as an adult, and it just didn't hit nearly as well with me. Yeah. So I was just like, if I had to be honest with myself, I would just say this one's the worst. But Mel Brooks.
Just hearing about the movie again makes me want to say it's just the worst twice.
I agree.
Fuck this movie. Like, I watched Life Stinks. That's a Mel Brooks movie. He's the star. Wealthy man makes a bet that he can survive in the poor parts of LA for 30 days. It's not a bad movie, but yeah. Then I watched Producers. Like, yeah, this is his worst easily.
You're right. This is way worse.
History of the World is one he did too, which is more of a middle movie. Not great, not bad, but there's enough scenes that you really get an idea of what Mel Brooks finds funny and gives you like, where he's like, what do you do? He's like, I'm a stand-up philosopher. She's like, oh, personal, professional bullshitter. He's like, ugh. Just like grunts and, did you bullshit last week? No. Did you try to bullshit last week? Yes. Like, it's just like funny, like unemployment things down in Greek times. Very like his sense of humor, which by the way, Mel Brooks, I saw an interview he did with Conan O'Brien. He thought only the funniest people in the world were all Jewish. He thought being funny was just a Jewish thing because he was Jewish and that's what he thought. And then when he saw, I want to remember which comedian. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Groucho. And he's just like, is he Jewish? Like, no. And he's like, oh my God, we've been beaten. Like, he took it as like a big personal slam. Like 10, he couldn't accept. He's like, what? I thought it was just us, which is like such a great stereotype. And he's like, I got older and I realized like we got some other good ones. It's all right. It's a close race.
It's close, but we still ahead.
By the way, he got a Hollywood Star of Fame. He put his hands in the cement and he added an extra finger on his hand. So he has 6 fingers on one hand and no one noticed. And he
I noticed when I saw that.
Well, you're the only one because he did it in front of everyone. He's like, I just kept.
I heard the fact before I went.
They never said anything the whole time. And he's just laughing about it. He's just like,
I don't just walk around counting his fingers on the fame.
What's that?
I said, I don't just walk around counting their fingers. I cheated. I heard the fact.
Oh, you're like, nope. Mm-mm.
Not him. So he went on a talk show with it. Nobody noticed. You said.
No, it's like a weird thing. He had his hands. He was talking the whole time about stuff. And then finally he said like, yeah, he's just like, and I went and did the thing. I did the star earlier today. I put my hands in the thing. And he's like, and nobody noticed. I had 6 fingers in my hand. He's like, what? And then the guy leaned forward and saw it. And he just had an extra pinky, but it was the same color, looked just like his hand. And it's just one of those weird things that if you're not looking for it, you wouldn't see it. He just started laughing. You're like, you did that? He's like, yeah. He's like, I thought it'd be funny in like 10 years. Like, you know what? Even like in his personal life where he's chilling, he's like, this will be funny in 30 years if somebody were like, did that motherfucker have 12 fingers?
Yeah. Well, let's get into what I would think is consensus, our favorite Mel Brooks movie. Young Frankenstein.
Oh, fuck.
Am I wrong?
No, you're fine. You start.
I found this movie when I was a kid, and I thought I was the weird kid because it was in. I would tell my friends like, "Dude, have you seen Young Frankenstein?" They're like, "What the fuck is that?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm the weird kid that likes this black and white movie." I fucking love this movie. Always have since the first time I've ever seen it. Quotable from start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
The comedy, like the stupid things, like the guy that just the inspector. I think you talked about him earlier. Playing darts, and he just puts them all in, and then just goes using his wooden hand to like make the sounds. I was just like, it's so stupid.
Kenneth Mars, man, he still does comedies today.
So dude, so good. Love this movie.
Yeah, I fucking love this movie. It's my number one easily. Wasn't even. Yeah. I knew coming into this week that this was my number one movie.
That's why I wanted to get to it. We're already at 50 minutes, 51 minutes, and I was like, I feel like we're gonna have to spend some time on this movie, so we might as well get into it.
I made sure that I watched other movies first of his to make sure. I've watched this movie pretty recently because I don't know. I want to enjoy life a little bit more.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna turn on Young Frankenstein.
I might watch it again after the podcast. I might be in that kind of mood.
Right.
Yeah, no, you ain't wrong. I agree.
Yeah,
some actors in this that you guys know, some you don't. Gene Wilder plays Frankenstein. Peter Boyle plays a monster. Peter Boyle is also dad on Everybody Loves Raymond. If you guys did not realize,
yes.
Marty Feldman's the name of the guy that plays Igor, who is hilarious. Cloris Leachman plays Frau Blucher. Kenneth Mars, and then just that cast alone to me is so funny. It starts off. Gene Wilder wrote this movie, by the way. He just had an idea that popped in his head one day with like a notebook. He's like, well, what if I found out I was a descendant of Frankenstein? What would that be like? And then started writing it out. Showed it to Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks went back and forth with them, trying to figure out the parts. And he's like, you have this scene where you do dancing on the Ritz. And he's just like, yeah. And he's like, you need to cut that scene. He's like, I'm not going to cut it. He's like, yeah, you need to. Gene Wilder tells the story. He's like, no, I'm not going to cut it. I really like it. I think it needs to stay in. He's like, you have to cut it. It's a bad scene. They go back and forth. Finally, Gene Wilder's like, I'm like yelling at my friend. It's like one of the only arguments we ever had. And then just without a beat, just goes, okay, we'll keep it in. He's like, what? After all that? He's like, well, I had to see if you'd like it or not. So I acted like I didn't like it to see if you'd fight for it. And he's like, what? And he's just like, yeah, this is how I decide whether or not if someone really thinks it's good. And I'm like, I mean, I guess that works, but also I'm mad at you now.
Right? I feel like I'd be more pissed. Although I do love that scene when they put the putting on the Reds.
It's iconic.
Dude, and Peter Boyle kills the young Frankenstein.
He does.
Yeah, he's just sitting there and he's like, when they do like the dance at first, and he's just like, just this big lunking. Well, like, he's wearing those gigantic platforms. Like, because they're like, you know, it's Frankenstein. He's got to be tall.
Yeah.
But we need this guy to be Frankenstein. So we'll just put him in these fucking 8-inch platform shoes that he's going to have to walk around in.
So fucking funny.
When he goes and gets the brain, he belonged to an abnormal. Oh, you gave me an abnormal brain. And he just loses his fucking mind.
I think we've talked about it, like comedic formulas and how you need a good straight man. Gene Wilder is the best guy that goes from being so at peace and one with the universe to screaming angry.
Straight the fuck out.
Yeah.
How about when he's getting strangled right before that scene? And he's like, and they're like, 2 words. He's like,
yeah.
Dad's like, give, live, triv, give. He's like, oh, I know what he needs. Give him a sedative. Oh, no. Which is Terry Garr, by the way. He plays Inga. Oh no, let me go put it to sedative. Gives it to him, and then Jack Frankenstein falls down. He lays him down. He goes, oh, sedative. Dude,
I remember watching this movie as a kid, and I loved Gene Wilder, and I went and just looked up all the fucking Gene Wilder movies.
Oh yeah,
Blockbuster back in the day.
Yeah,
Gene Wilder.
You rented that for 5 days. You know you did. $2.99 for 5 days.
Fuck yeah!
Back in the day.
Always rewind it because I'm a gentleman.
Yeah, like always. Because
I've got fucking manners.
I hate
people are gonna rent some Gene Wilder because they're gonna watch.
You gotta play it. And you just see the credits.
Get into our thing. Shot to Gene Wilder though. For me, John Candy, Chris Farley, he is up there with the greats that I wish was still around making stuff. For me, cheers to Gene Wilder. You don't have to drink too unless you want him to.
I bring a little bottle here.
Did you rob an airplane?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You wouldn't stay at the hotel that the mini bar was free, right?
Yeah, it was free.
Speaking of Con Air, standing over here right in the mini bar.
A Con Airbnb. Just quotable parts in this movie. The what knockers. My wife brought it up, and she's thank you, doctor. She just looks down at her chest.
She's just happy. She's like,
thank you.
Roll in the hay.
Roll in the hay.
For sure, the quotes on fucking Young Frankenstein. You talked about being able to do a movie the entire podcast. I'm like, maybe for some. Young Frankenstein, especially with us, because we like it so much. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
He's like, it's not. He's like Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein. Now, Igor.
I fucking love that. Anytime I watch a Frankenstein movie, it's Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy, Marty Feldman, who played Igor, so funny in this movie.
When he's like, come on, this way. He's like this. And he goes down with the cane. He's like, no, like this. And he's like, goes down with the fucking cane. I'm just like, so stupid, yet so funny. They're in the castle, and they say Frau Blucher, and you just hear, yeah, every time.
Face out, Frau Blucher. Just to hear it, little psychopath.
When they're looking for, I want to say it's when they're looking for the brain, but it's just Marty Feldman's head. And he's like, I ain't got nobody because nobody cares for me. And he just gets I was crying when I was a kid, dude. That part was so funny to me.
Gene Wilder, when he's like, come sit down, I want to talk to you. No. He sits on the floor. He's like, no, you can sit in a chair. And he sits down next to him. He's like, so when I asked you to get that brain of Hans Feldman, that brilliant scientist, did you get that brain? He's like, no.
Yeah.
What brain did you get? Abby something.
Yeah.
Abby what? Abby normal. You gave me an abnormal brain, and I put in a 7'5", 25-inch wide gorilla, and he just starts strangling him.
Choking him.
So
when he finally gives into the Frankenstein name, after he brings it to life, he's like, it worked. He's just fucking, his hair's out to fucking here. Just the put the candle back scene still makes me laugh. When he picks it up and she gets turned, and all of a sudden you hear, put the candle back. And puts it on, it opens again. So
by
damn
the way,
funny.
Mel Brooks started the show Get Smart, which was remade by Steve Carell with a missed it by that much, which if you think about it, his style of humor is very close to that. I didn't know he did that show, but rewatching it now, seeing a lot of the slam gags and the hits, and I'm like, wow, you can really tell now that they're kind of the same idea of it. But yeah, the candleback thing, Inga, I think is just the cast for that was so fucking perfect. Like you said, the dart scene, I love the detective who's got the hand that he has to
Yeah.
And they're playing darts and he's going to throw it, and he's just like me. So he's like, I just think, Doctor, that you have some things you need to talk about. And he says it right as he throws, and his back swings. The dart hits a cat, goes out the window. Fucking fun, man. He's like, he never if there's a little bit more meat on the bone, Mel Brooks jumps on it. He's like, wait, I think I got 2 more gags we can throw in this scene that would make it even better. So
he does that better than anybody. He will milk a joke dry, and there's not a lot of times I'm like, all right, joke's getting old.
Yeah.
He does it good.
Especially
in this movie. Fuck.
Oh, for sure. For sure. The scene they were talking about the darts, and he's just making the noise with his finger. I'm like, I want to know who did the sounds for this shit.
Yeah, it sounded the same.
It kills me because it sounds exact. I mean, I'm sure they just did it and recorded it, but he's like, what? Fucking kills me, dude. Yeah. He just does it with cocking his finger when he leads the mob to Frankenstein's castle.
So funny.
they split brains at the end.
Yeah.
He gets smart and he's reading the paper while she's fucking getting ready for bed. Shit is so funny, dude.
I've gotten 2 hampers for you, dear. One's on the side, and it's there for your shirts. The other one's for your socks and your poo-poo undies.
Yeah, you're
By the way, if you got intelligence from him, what did you give to the doctor? And then it shows it. And I can't, what is it called? Do you guys remember what they call dicks? Inga says it like 3 times. Martin's here checking in. He says you can start the podcast now that he's here. Okay.
Oh, thank God. I've been waiting this whole time.
That was a good practice run, guys.
He's only 59 minutes late. Jesus.
You know what?
What was he on a
our
nap?
guest now. You treat him with respect, you fucks.
Why don't you do your
Anyway, Martin,
yell at the guest?
No, I don't. That's not me. That's not who I am. I'm very zen.
You yell at the guest. Do his job.
Martin, you can be a guest host now. I'm already thinking
No,
about getting.
Danny has to give credit to the actual guest, or else he'll get upset.
You can take my spot, Martin, and I'll just drink next to you. How's that sound? I'll just like over here. I'll just be this guy, just drinking. I don't mind that. That's cool. I'll be that guy.
Every time you're just like,
Just point at me. You're like, hey man, do that dumb impression. I'm like, you got it.
Blinding.
I would mix
I
both.
love you. Well, Martin, that makes one of us. Go fuck yourself.
Oh God.
All right.
Now we're talking.
I can't be nice forever, guys.
That's what I was looking for. Wait, no, that's what I was looking for. I don't know how
There
this
you go.
works.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Learn your directions, dipshit.
I mean,
Well, if I'm looking here, this one's Danny. This one's you.
I don't want to hear your excuses.
So my brain immediately goes here, and I'm talking to you. And I'm like,
I know you're easily distracted by sight gags with your tiny baby hands. I know you are. I have to try to reel you in. I understand. That was hilarious, but you definitely get swept up in the tidal wave.
I forgot about the baby hands, dude. That was one of the best things I've ever done.
You won't want those baby hands anymore. I've been pretty lonely.
You're just,
Thank you for insinuating that I need both. Thank you.
I don't know how cameras work. You just point in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
That one. It's that one.
I know you're like, who are you waving at? Yeah, Young Frankenstein to me is amazing. Gene Wilder wrote it, like I said, really crushed it. He made one deal with Mel Brooks in this movie, and his deal was, listen, I'm going to make this movie with you. I want you to direct it. You're my favorite director, but I don't want you to be in it. And Mel Brooks is like, fuck you. I can have you killed. And he's like, no, hear me out. He's like, your favorite jokes are to break the fourth wall, and I just don't want that for this one. Mel Brooks said, you know what? I completely understand. He's like, and you're right. He's like, I love breaking the fourth wall. He talks about the first time he ever did a play, he was 10 years old, and he played an old man who memorized the play, and the guy got sick, and he went up there and got so nervous he couldn't say his lines. He took off his makeup and his mask. He goes, folks, I'm a 10-year-old. Cut me some slack. I just woke up. All right? And the crowd started laughing. He put the stuff back on and finished the scene. And ever since then, he's just like, dude, I'm a fourth wall breaker. That's what I like to do. I think it's the funniest thing. It worked. I'm never going to change it. And Gene Wilder's like, I love you, but for this movie, I don't want that. Which, by the way,
you're an hour and 4 minutes in the podcast. You think we haven't talked about Gene Wilder?
I was gonna say, we've done this already.
You don't watch replay, Mark.
Do anymore. That's it.
God, no, he's a genius. You can go back and listen to what we exactly have to say. Maybe we dedicated a shot to him. I don't know. Go fuck yourself.
You don't know.
Did.
Where's the comments?
Actually,
God.
Gene is short for genius. His full name is Genius Wilder. So that's
Where is it?
Yeah, so I love so much Young Frankenstein. I think it's so amazing. By the way, Young Frankenstein was made the same year Blazing Saddles was made, and Mel Brooks went and talked to his studio. Oh, that's funny. Martin's coming right. I'm catching up, guys. What's up? I'm here. Don't worry about it. I'm drunk. And you're in good company, Martin. You're in good company.
Let's talk about Gene Wilder. Just hammered.
Just talk about him again, please.
We just please. Just like fucking drunk.
The studio, which you talked about it being a black and white movie, the studio said we're not doing as he left, Mel Brooks got it signed off. Hey, I got this great guy. We're gonna do a great movie. And he's walking around. He's like, by the way, it's gonna be black and white. So all right, see ya. And then left. And you're like, wait. And they ran him down the hallway. And they're like, you can't do that. So he had talked to him for 2 more hours. He's like, trust me, it's gonna be really good. Made it in black and white.
And
Came
it
out the
was.
same year as Blazing Saddles, but you would guess that one came out like, 10 years before that.
For
Absolutely
sure.
not. The same year. Awesome movie. My favorite when they talk about his best work, for me, it's Young Frankenstein. I'm surprised they said that other one was his best work.
Yeah.
Whoever said Young Frankenstein wasn't his best work, they can all go fuck themselves.
No, and they liars.
Yeah,
You know-
if you guys came on this podcast and were like, here's my favorite, I may have said I wouldn't have been mad, but I would have been. You guys can go fuck yourselves. So that was
No, 100%. I would have been furious.
Yeah, I would have logged you guys off somehow. I would have figured it out.
Yeah, I would have just shut down.
Yeah, I would have shut down emotionally.
I can't handle it.
I work with idiots.
I can't. They're idiots.
I'm fucking bored.
I'm leaving. Just fucking straight up log off.
I can't do it anymore.
Guess we lost Brandon.
You have Martin commenting late, and then you guys are even like, I'm Frank.
Why do I do this? Just stand up and walk. Don't even just stand up and walk out of the room. I've had it.
I'm out.
I'm out.
I had to look it up. I had to know what it was, and it's Schwanstucker. Is the name of the fucking huge dick that she says at the end. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Her accent to her she talks. A huge Schwanstucker. I don't know why. To me, it's just so funny. But I'm sure the accents aren't correct for Transylvania. I met one Transylvanian girl, and that shit was nonstop vampire jokes from me and my friend Jeff. But it was nowhere close to German.
No, I don't care. It was funny.
It's hilarious.
It was so
How
damn.
about the guy that warns him not to go up to the castle? Oh no, I'm fucking it up. That's Dracula Dead and Loving It. See where the guy shakes his mustache? He's like, no. I don't know why. Those are the kind of fucking stupid jokes that I'm like, that will make me laugh again. And I watch them like, God damn it.
It's true. That's Mel Brooks right there.
It's so fucking funny. Yeah, I could watch Young Frankenstein. It's one of those. Man, maybe one of my favorite comedies. I'd put that in my top 5 favorite comedies of all time. Is Young Frankenstein.
I agree.
It's definitely up there for me too.
No, 100%.
By far and away his best movie.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing against the rest. They just don't compete with gold.
No.
It's like other quarterbacks trying to compete with Tom Brady.
It's true. They're all silver. It's gold.
It's gold, baby.
Silver's not bad.
Nope.
You know, second place. What do you do? Yeah. Woo.
It's not gold. It's first loser. It's
First loser. Still a loser, but you're first.
Still
You're
first. So, I mean, if gold wasn't here, you'd be gold. So, you take that
You're runner up in a beauty pageant. You just not as good looking.
Blazing Saddles is like that year Steve Harvey introduced the wrong beauty pageant winner. What's your favorite? Wait, hold on. No, it's this one.
Oh, Jesus.
The girl's like, here, I guess. Like,
And the runner-up winner of the third place trophy that came in first this year. Huh? What are you doing? Fucking take it easy. I just signed up for this math problem. I'm here to look at the swimsuits.
Aren't we all, though?
My Danny Bather. Gross.
I think this Danny's going to be homeless soon. He's going to have to shower and bathe in hot tubs and lakes.
I mean, like Happy Gilmore Caddy? I'm down. I'm in it.
Yeah, do the fun with Dick and Jane when people have their sprinklers on, you just run past it. You ain't got no hair to wash on your head, at least.
It's faster. Your balder's faster. I'm in and out, baby.
Yeah, I was helping him. He's like, yeah, all I need is deodorant and shampoo. I was like,
yeah.
But do you need shampoo? And he's like, yeah. I shaved my head.
You guys are pulling back the curtain, but yeah, so I'm leaving Utah. This next episode I'll be filming. I'll probably be in Reno. And then after that, I'll be in California. And I'm hoping we can start doing some Thirsty Thursdays with my brother Brandon, who is a licensed bartender. So maybe he knows some tricks we don't know. Maybe we'll see.
Oh, I tried to make a drink this weekend. I drank it.
Nice. Well, you know what? We need a regional drinker. Maybe we'll ship them to you.
I tried to make a Starburst drink. Starburst, because it's hot as fuck over here in Arizona. Sit by the pool and just fucking drink some nice frozen Starburst beverage.
Sounds lovely.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, right? I mean, not great.
You sold it so good. You're like, it's actually amazing.
I need to just stick to basics. I need to play in my own field. Just whiskey and Sprite. That's
I need Utah or Wyoming to step up their liquor game because I've been trying to get Terramana tequila for like a month.
Oh, bro, I can get that at Walmart.
Yeah, I know you can. Okay, I can't.
I literally just threw some at a random stranger because they were there and I saw it on the shelf.
Hey, Brandon, how's those liquor laws not in Utah, buddy? What's up? All right.
Terrible.
Fix that in post, Brandon. Thanks.
I've tried to find it now. Utah just straight up doesn't have it because
I know when I lived there, I tried to find it.
My state treats me like a child, and I can only have certain times. Fuck this state. I'm over it. I'm leaving. No, I'm not. But I wish I could. But
well, you can come to Cali or Arizona. You can smoke a bowl and go get some alcohol from fucking wherever, really.
Yeah.
And you can just do that legally.
Well, you're probably better off going to Arizona. I think California is locked up worse than they had wildfires. So for right now, Arizona is probably your best bet. But don't go to Arizona in the summertime.
California's all Akon. It's all Akon down. It's locked up. Won't let you out.
Locked up. Yeah, but it's not 6 9 like Arizona. You just got to snitch and you free.
Arizona has a fucking. Was it a geek bar? Is that what that was you went to, or was it?
It wasn't a bar. It was just a restaurant, just a little small burger joint.
But still,
they do have a bar down here called Level 1 or something. Level Up. Yeah, it's just arcade games and alcohol, pretty much.
Dude, I went to one in Vegas. It was badass.
Dude, this shit's dope down here. Dude, probably can smoke a bowl and get just away with it. You can't say no, it's legal.
A bowl of Fritos.
Can't hear.
Yeah, a bowl of Frito weed.
Yeah.
No.
No, wait.
I mean, now that I'm not high on the podcast, guys.
I'm not on
this week would have been perfect. Mel Brooks movie's high. If you guys haven't done it, trust me, do it.
Yeah.
This is like young Frankenstein. I agree. Oh, in my fucking mind. I like how the last 15 comments were Martin just babbling about nothing.
Yeah, that's right there. He's saying he's saying I have to bathe him in a hot tub. I'll be changing my diaper.
It just made me laugh that it just kept popping up. And he's like,
you do you, boo-boo. You do you.
he says, I gotta bail. 3 more comments. Well, hold on, I got some more shit to say.
I've been there at a party.
My chest. Danny wears diapers.
No, we don't.
This is for your poo-poo undies.
This is for your poo-poo undies.
This is for your poo-poo undies.
But I think we're all in agreement. Young Frankenstein is our favorite movie of his. Some underrated art. Dracula Dead, loving it. Very, very funny.
Thank you, Amanda. I did do great. The other two, they drug their toes. They
what do you mean?
Themselves in fashion.
What do you mean? I mean, what do you mean?
Yeah, are you?
Yeah, you're not even gonna know who you're talking to. I ain't.
I'm coming down for a Brady Bunch episode where we just do that the whole time.
Every time you pointed to the opposite side of me, I'd fucking die. It was killing me. You're just like, you! And you were just pointing over to the other side. I was just like, come on.
Hi, Jordan. You're like, you're so off. You're so off.
I almost did look up once. Because you looked up, so I was like,
God? For me, I love Mel Brooks. I'm so glad we did this. Such a good suggestion. I would do more comedies about his more often, and I'd love to do a part 2 if he'd make some more movies. But Mel Brooks is fantastic. He has some other awesome facts. He has like a true Hollywood marriage that lasted like 45 years. His son's name is Max Brooks, who wrote the World War Z novels that the movie, the one with Brad Pitt's made off of. Awesome guy, fantastic father, director, writer, producer, and actor. I mean, the best rabbi on scene I've ever seen. I love Mel Brooks.
So stupid. I had to throw in some Mel Brooks humor right there at the end.
I was going to say, you just had to have it hit your face.
Ah!
I'm not that flexible. Can't quite
even I was like reaching my max limits. I'm like, maybe a little bit more. Can't do that shit no more. I'm old.
Damn right. You are. Sorry, I didn't know you wanted me to
feel it in my bones.
What? No, your bones are strong. He helped me move today. He's my favorite podcast host right now. Love this guy. All right, you got to stop fucking up the thing. You got to figure out. Just move one shoulder. And you're like,
That's
okay.
your favorite host, huh? That right there.
Yeah.
He's always like, you.
Okay, to be honest, I do it because it makes me laugh. So,
Oh, now the excuses are flying out at the end of the episode.
No.
I've been that comedian.
no,
I don't know who was more drunk. You or Martin.
no, the first 6 or 7 times I genuinely could not figure it out, but these like last 3, I'm just like, it makes me laugh, so I'm gonna do it. But genuinely, the first 6 or 7, I was like, hey, you. I'm not good with cameras, you know. I'm new to this whole thing.
Well, with our favorite thing about Mel Brooks and the thing he does in all his movies is breaking the fourth wall. It is so appropriate that we are breaking the fourth wall this episode. Not mad at it at all. King of the easy, silly, goofy, physical jokes. And I assume he's your favorite director, Eames, because how much you appreciate these. Look at him, he's dying. Yeah, man, I know you're all about this life.
Dude, I think I had him as my favorite director when we were talking about all of our favorite things because I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Not mad
Dude,
at all.
the physical gags, that's why I loved Chris Farley. I love Jack Black. Physical gags make me laugh more than anything. I don't know why.
If we had enough viewers that would agree, I think what they should do is should watch Dracula Dead and Loving It and do a watch along with them if you had enough interest because you've never seen it. And watch along with them and see your first reactions to it because I think you dig the fuck out of it.
Dude, I'd be down because just the few things that the very few things you guys have told me, I think it's fucking hilarious.
Dude, and I'm underselling the shit out of it.
Mel Brooks movie. I fucking
Like,
love that movie.
all I can think about is the shadow with the back problems, dude. Fucking hilarious.
And the best part is Dracula walked away like a minute ago, and all of a sudden the fucking guy and he just walks up the stairs on the wall. I'm just like, I think I was in tears watching that dumb shit.
Well,
so funny.
Here's my elevator pitch to get you to watch it if you weren't going to watch it.
I already gave him the
Nelson is now in a movie with Mel Brooks. I mean,
yep, that was my elevator pitch.
That's all you need. You're in.
You're right. You're right. I am in. No, I'll for sure watch it because first of all, I love vampire movies. Like vampires in general, I'm all about.
Right? Who ain't about Vampire Diaries?
Yeah. What?
True Blood?
I have read those.
Twilight?
I have read that one too.
Now we're talking.
Oh, fuck.
Perfect. You nailed it.
Perfect. Twilight, greatest movie ever.
Nobody knows more about it than me. I'm the greatest. I also imprinted on a baby. It's fine.
It's ew.
It's
gross coming from Trump.
From anyone. That should be gross from
Sexy, though.
Yeah,
Sexy
but
gross.
especially from Trump because that's some shit he would do. Okay.
What is that, a
Fuck
preemie?
Colin.
Oh, I'm in. And for those reasons, I'm in. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to our Mel Brooks episode, which we're calling it Non-Binary Brooks. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. If you guys are interested in watching Dracula Dead and Loving It for the first time with Eames, let us know. We'll set something up because I think that would be hilarious. Yes. We appreciate you. Love you. Thank you so much to The Buzz for sponsoring us, part of our great podcast network. Take care, guys.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
We'll see you next week.